Placing membership with a congregation used to be, in years gone by, something that Christians did just about as soon as they arrived in town. But just about all emphasis from the pulpit or the elders about it has vanished these days, and the notion of placing membership with a particular church seems to have been replaced by sort of a spirit of independence, keeping one's options open and reluctance to commit to one congregation. It will be admitted that there is nothing in the Bible that specifically commands disciples to place membership, but that doesn't mean that the concept is unbiblical or that there aren't principles that would recommend it. That being the case, let me offer a few thoughts to consider on the subject. Let's start with the Bible's description of the church or congregation as a flock of sheep with shepherds, elders, to oversee it. Such shepherds are given specifically so the flock and the individual sheep, members, in it won't go astray, will be well fed, kept healthy, and not become some wolf's dinner. So, being a disciple without a home congregation, without placing membership, is a lot like being a single sheep without a flock or fold or shepherds. Easy pickings for wolves, easy pickings for starvation and disease. But beyond that, let's notice 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and the body concept. When Paul wrote the Corinthian church, he told them that the Spirit of God had placed various talents and gifts in the church for the common good. 1 Corinthians 12, 4-7. Individual members of a church have gifts beneficial to the whole body. See 1 Corinthians 12, 12 and following, which make their contributions to the body's health and abilities. But imagine a member or an organ who didn't really desire to be a part of any particular body because they wanted to keep their options open. A disciple that is uncommitted to a congregation makes about as much sense as an organ that is separate from and uncommitted to a body. From a practical leadership point of view, the elders, deacons, Bible class organizers, worship organizers, and church in general need people that they can depend on to teach classes, lead singing, give, serve, etc. Speaking as one who has been in ministry a long time, the dependable folks that have placed membership with the congregation are worth their weight in gold. Having a home congregation is like, well, having a home. If you've bounced around a lot, you may not know about the special blessings that comes with knowing your brethren well, who know your name, who love you, with whom you've laughed and cried, with whom you've suffered and rejoiced. These things are hard to come by without placing membership. Now, of course, one of the reasons that people sometimes want to keep their options open is if a better preacher comes to town. But isn't this the very thing that Paul called worldly wisdom in 1 Corinthians 3 and verses 1-4? Isn't this the probable reason that Apollos declined to come to Corinth in 1 Corinthians chapter 16 and verse 12? And the principle applies equally to keeping options open to go to a congregation with a whiz-bang youth program or a super song leader. Why not help make a whiz-bang youth program in the congregation you're committed to? Why not sing with all your heart and soul in a home congregation? Why not stay and work diligently to help your congregation have all the good stuff that you want? Placing membership in a congregation is a good thing for you and the congregation you work and worship with. I highly recommend it. My name is Park Linscomb, and I'm the preacher for the Rock Hill Church of Christ in Frisco, Texas. I hope that you come by and join us one of these days in worship and Bible study. You'd always have a welcome hand waiting for you.